It is an excellent day for racing here at Fairford in Gloucestershire, and down there are 5 of the first 6 boats that will be taking part in the first of 2 20-lap heats around this 1,500-yard course, so it's 17 miles in all. These are Formula 1 boats, the ON class, that is to say with 2-litre engines, and there is the man who is the hot favourite for this heat. It is 50-year-old Wilf Gregory, a marine engineer from Solihull. Now, the lap record here is held by Mark Wilson, who we hope will be appearing later, and his lap time, 35.9 seconds, represents a speed of 85.24 miles an hour. Away they go, down to turn 1, and straight into the lead goes Wilf Gregory in the Burgess Mercury boat. Now, watch these boats. You get a good look at the boat there, and you can see that the whole of the front of the boat is out of the water. These boats work in the opposite way to Formula 1 racing cars, because those 2 sponsons have an objective of being lifted out of the water as much as they possibly can, and the driver can control that by means of buttons on the steering wheel. He can adjust the angle of the engine, as a result of which, as you can see there, Gregory in the lead has got the boat round the turn. It drops down onto the sponsons and then comes up again as he adjusts the angle of the motor. 200 horsepower going through that prop at the back, and this is a 20-lap race from which the first 3 will go forward to a 20-lap final, plus the fastest loser in the 2 heats. So Gregory, hot favourite so far. In second place behind Gregory, it's Malcolm Burnham, the 31-year-old vending engineer from Wilden in Bedfordshire. In third position, it's Antony Hitchcock, 18 years old, from Cannock, a marine engineer. But it's Gregory all the way so far. 18 years experience. He was a tester and a race prover at one time in his life, and he's had a lot of success, although he's been out of racing for a while. He returned to racing in 1977, and this year, second in the British Grand Prix just a couple of weeks ago. So a man of enormous experience and enormous ability. Let's watch him at work as he laps already Tim Brand Crombie in the Cougar Johnson. That was a flash of the yellow boat. Now let's watch the technique. Gregory round the top buoy into the fastest part of the course, 110 miles an hour down to the far turn. See the way, see the propeller whirring round in the background. Look under the tunnel of the boat as Gregory gets it round the left-hander. The braking effect, of course, is achieved by decelerating, upon which the whole of the boat drops down into the water, the friction increases, the speed goes down, round the corner and then away, and Gregory is now on lap 5 out of 20, quarter distance, and there's a long gap now between Gregory in the lead and number 16, Malcolm Burnham, in the Hodges Mariner boat. Gregory, incidentally, with a Mercury engine. All these engines are 2-stroke engines, 6-cylinder. Now there is the gap. The next man up should be Malcolm Burnham, number 16. Watch him into the turn. Burnham through. In third position, Antony Hitchcock. And in fourth position, Clive Hook. And there, number 16, Malcolm Burnham, the man who is still in second place. Look ahead of him, and you should see the distance between him and the leader, Will Gregory. The Cotswold Motorboat Racing Club running this meeting. This is their circuit. It has been for a long time, because racing has been going on here since the 1960s, some 17 years now. This course has been used, an old gravel pit, and it's a super location for powerboat inshore racing. There is Burnham. Now, how far back is the second man? There is the answer. Third man in third position, number 4, Antony Hitchcock, the youngest man in the race. Straight into Formula 1 he went 2 years ago, although he'd had a lot of experience following his father round, who very choppy turn there. Hitchcock all his experience in the UK. Laps completed, 20-lap race. Gregory all the way. Third at Stockholm in 1968. So Gregory's packing an enormous amount of experience under that crash helmet of his. And the trick, of course, as in all racing, is to keep it going at the speed that you need to go, the slowest speed that you need to go to win. Gregory will know exactly what his situation is. He can look over his shoulder at the turns. He's just done it. You saw him look over his left shoulder to see where the opposition was. He knows that John Hill is no opposition to him, because even had John Hill been able to keep up with Gregory there, he would not have been able to qualify for the final, because Hill is a guest driver. So Hill leads at the end of 12 laps. In second position, Malcolm Burnham, number 16. In third position, Antony Hitchcock, number 4. In fourth position, Clive Hook in the Cougar Mercury. And there is the second place man. That is number 16, Malcolm Burnham. Powerboat racing, compared with motor racing, is a very relaxed, low-key amateur sport. There is not the money to be made that there is in motor racing. The result is a very, very much more relaxed and, frankly, in many ways, friendly atmosphere. And he is lapping Hill. There is John Hill in the 850cc, don't forget, Burgess Evinrude boat. And the unfortunate Tim Brand Crombie has been lapped for the second time by the second man, Brand Crombie, with a split propeller, which reduces his speed to about 70 miles an hour on the straight. And John Hill is keeping ahead of Burnham. This is an incredible bit of driving. Burnham, number 16, the second of the two men that we're looking at, is in second place on this 20-lap race, but only just gaining on number 52, John Hill, in the 850cc boat. Hill said just before the race, I know I haven't got a hope of winning, but by gosh, I'm going to give them a run for their money, and he's doing just that, because he's very well up. In fact, Hill is in an incredible 5th place. Yes. That is to say, he's ahead of one of the boats which has got an engine capacity of some 1200cc greater than his, and that is an incredible performance. 15 laps completed, three-quarter distance completed by number 14, Wilf Gregory, and it'll be interesting to put a stopwatch on him and see how his lap time and speed compares with that of Mark Wilson, who has the lap record. Gregory goes past into the turn. Tim Crombie lapped again in the background. Now watch number 14, Gregory, down the straight, 100 to 110 miles an hour before he goes into the far turn. His 17th lap, he has gone round in exactly 39 seconds, compared with the lap record of 35.9. So he's some 2.1 seconds off the pace as far as the lap record is concerned, but still a creditable 78.5 miles an hour around that lap. And that is with no real opposition at all. Into the top turn. Into the bottom turn, accelerating away. This is the only, in effect, S-bend that he's approaching now, because he has to go tight in and then flick it across to the left by the island. Having completed 18 laps, he is on his penultimate lap, 19 out of 20 in this Embassy Gold Cup meeting, obviously qualifying for the final, as will, at the present moment behind him, Malcolm Burnham from Wilden in second position, Antony Hitchcock in third position, but I suspect that the second heat will be a lot faster than this one. We will see. That's Burnham in second position, 31-year-old Malcolm Burnham, the man who leads the 1980 British Championship with 5 races to go. This is the leader of the British Championship, but in second place in this race, and they are on the last lap. In third position, it's still number 4, Antony Hitchcock. Burnham second. There's Hitchcock in third position. The leader on his last lap now, number 14. He's driven an immaculate race from the point of view of tactics. Into the bottom turn now. Paul Moxey of the Cotswold Motorboat Racing Club will be getting out the checkered flag, and there it goes across the line. The winner of Heat 1 Embassy Gold Cup meeting here at Fairford in Gloucestershire, Wilf Gregory in the Burgess Mercury boat. And you can see the gap between himself and Malcolm Burnham, who has finished now in second position, is a good 10 seconds, waiting now for the third place man, Antony Hitchcock, number 4, and he goes across the line. So, Wilf Gregory wins, Malcolm Burnham second, Antony Hitchcock third, the second heat still to come.
And we'll see that second race at 10 minutes past 3. We've already seen Britain's Wilf Gregory win the first semi-final, and there's another chance now for others to go into the final with this race. The commentator is Murray Walker.
Heat 2, but there is a sad sight. It is the boat of Mark Wilson, Britain's great hope for future World Championship honours, the man who won this year's British Grand Prix, in real trouble, and the boat is about to be pulled out of the water and will not be taking part in this race. Never mind, a lot of other boats will, and I suspect that this race will be a lot more hotly contended and a lot faster than the first heat, because there are some very, very quick men in it, including down there number 9, double world champion Roger Jenkins from Risca in Gwent, the man who was world champion in the OE class, and this is the ON class, the OEs for boats of up to 850cc, in 1974 and in 1975. Roger Jenkins, then some other very quick men, because Neil Gregg is in this race, and so particularly is 21 Tony Williams, who comes from Northwood, and he is extremely quick. So there is the starting procedure. The boats lined up to the buoy, the mechanics holding the boats ready for the engines to be started. The drivers will punch the button and away they... No, they don't. Yes, away they go. That was a very delayed and strange start, but sure enough, it is Roger Jenkins into the lead. And that is very close racing round the first turn. Now down to the 110-mile-an-hour straight it will be, I'm sure, in this race, because these boats are going to be going a lot quicker than the boats in the first race. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them riding the sponsons down the straight into turn 2. Jenkins. And Tony Williams, number 21, in 4th place, but how much longer is he going to be there? Jenkins through the flattened S, 1 lap completed, 19 to go. Jenkins leads. In 2nd place it's Alan Lawson. Behind Alan Lawson it's Tony Williams, and in 4th place it's number 5 Neil Gregg. There is Gregg, who crashed badly in practice this morning. Jenkins, watch the yellow boat of Roger Jenkins. He is in 3rd position in the World Championship. He was 2nd at the Parker race in America, 3rd in Italy, 4th at the Bristol Grand Prix, 4th in Spain, and last weekend he won the Italian Grand Prix. Right on top of his form, and he's building up